see your right hand. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
How nice.
That is nice.
We have Nate with us today.
Yeah, we have Nate. You want to say anything to everybody?
Hey.
There
Hey,
you
hey.
go. Hey, hey.
Before we get started, Nate, can you do our drawing for next time? Yeah?
Yeah? Okay.
We'll give you the box. He likes to. Okay, go ahead.
Do you take the lid off? All right, there you go. See what we're gonna do for one of these other times.
Uh-oh.
Okay, open it up. Do you want mommy to? Or are you gonna do it? There you go. Now, let's see what it says.
Make an autumn accessory. This was suggested by Becky W.
An autumn accessory. That could be a tote bag. That could be a belt.
She had written down like gloves, scarf.
Oh, wow.
Hat.
Well, I will never do gloves.
Have you ever done them?
I haven't done them, but I looked at the patterns for them. I do know people that have sewn them, though.
Sounds kind of fun to me.
It does?
Yeah.
I'd rather make a nice simple hat or a tote bag.
Okay, an autumn accessory.
Or we'll see.
Becky W. I know you were hoping that we would have gotten this towards autumn, but we'll be all set for next year.
Yeah. Although we don't know what the looks will be for next year. But that's okay. We try not to do a lot of trendy things. But
I don't know if I pay much attention to that.
I think I do more than you do. And
really?
I have to, I have bought things that, you wear through 2 or 3 times and then you're like, why in the world did I buy this?
Oh.
And next year nobody's looking at it. They're getting rid of it. So
anyway, this is Dee and Dory.
Oh, sit up. All we can see is the top of your nice hat. There you go. Yes. So welcome.
Yep. Nate's waving goodbye. I think he's gonna leave us for now.
Are you gonna take a nap? Yeah. Okay. He's gonna take a nap. Okay. We'll get Nathan all situated.
So, before we get into this week's challenge, which was...
I know we said hi to Nate, but we didn't do our regular introduction. We're all about thrifty sewing.
I think I was cut off in the middle of the sentence.
Were you?
Go ahead.
I would never do that.
No, never. Go ahead.
Not on purpose anyway. Just if I don't say it, I won't remember it. Okay. Just for those that are new and joining us, we are all about sewing, being thrifty in our sewing. We buy everything on sale. Rarely do I pay full price. I will at Walmart's once in a while if I need bias tape to match something and I don't have any in my stash. Mm-hmm. But I'll do that. Or sometimes a zipper once in a while from Walmart again. Our Walmart doesn't have much of a choice, but then, you're just looking for basic colors that sort of kind of match. But anyway, that's that. I kind of deviated from what I wanted to say anyhow. But we're all about thrifty sewing and having fun, and it doesn't have to be expensive. So.
And we had a challenge this week of remaking something that our favorite make. Our favorite make.
Oh, with a favorite pattern that we had. One of them. So I had several as I was looking through them. There were several things that I enjoyed.
I even brought another pattern to show.
Oh, you did?
To decide which two.
Oh.
But before we get into all of that, we have an inspirational saying.
Yes, let's do our inspirational saying.
I had to do a lot of research to find information about the author.
Really? Are you jesting or is it true?
I had to look up what is unknown. Knowing not knowing. Who knows?
Don't pay any attention to her, please.
It's by unknown. The mind is like a parachute. Have I done this one? The mind is like a parachute. It works best when it is open. It sounds familiar.
It does. I think you've done that one. Usually you mark them.
I know. But that one sounds...
Or maybe somebody just said it.
Let's use the other unknown. Because this one we did not use. The most handicapped person in the world is a negative thinker.
Oh yeah, those negative thinkers. And if you know anybody like that, to even get past that negative thought process can be a challenge at times.
There's lots of interesting things that you can do to help you if you find that you're in that negative mindset. There's lots of interesting books. This one here is called Wake Up Call by Joan London.
Mm-hmm.
Making the most out of every day, regardless of life throws you. This is one that can help. But there's some by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, and just
Lots of them out there.
Yeah, lots of them out there, and just trying to change your mindset.
There's some
work.
good movies too.
Yeah, there are
That
positive affirmations.
Yeah.
Affirmations.
Yeah.
Just and hanging around people that are positive and trying to change your viewpoint.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway,
very good.
Keep that mind open with
And
a parachute and positive, since we had both of them read, so we'll put them together. So anyway, yes. What did you make?
I made this. I made this.
You made this dress.
I made this dress. So what I had made was 8046A. 8046A. A has nothing to do with it. 8046 Simplicity. So I made this dress. I had originally made it in April of 2020. So I'm going to show you that reveal before I talk about how I made it again.
Okay. All right. Let's
Original
see.
reveal.
All right.
Okay, so I really, really loved the dress. It's too long, and so I don't wear it out much but realizing that, all I need to do is shorten it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that because I love the dress.
I do too. It's cute.
And making it originally in that striped fabric, you could see the details of the bias,
panels.
Yes. And I was trying to decide whether I was going to make this one or B9268 because I had made this also, and I really like this dress.
I can't. Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah,
that was a beautiful dress. This takes like yards and yards of fabric, doesn't it?
Yes, this one has to use 60-inch fabric, and it takes a yard more of fabric.
Oh, okay.
But it has to take 60-inch, whereas this one does not have to take 60-inch.
So was that an influencing factor?
It does too have to take 60. You know what? I was confused because I'm working on our next project with the shift, and I'm working on that project right now. And so that one is, yes. But this one does take less fabric. No, they take the exact same amount, 3 5/8.
Never mind. Why did you choose one over the other?
Just because I had written on the envelope and in my notes, I love this pattern.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking, like in the spring, I'm going to be going, like we mentioned last time, I'm going to Charleston. I thought it'd be fun to wear a dress too. I had purchased this fabric from Fabric Mart. It is a
you're so good.
Lycra. It's vivid blue, orange, soda, French rose, pink, white polyester lycra, bright floral. And I did pay $4.50 a yard for it. I had purchased it for a different project. But of course, by the time I washed the fabric and put it away, I didn't put the pattern with it.
So you had no clue
I have no idea what I bought it for. So I thought, you know what? I like it. It'll be perfect for spring. Flowers and,
summery
looking. So I made it out of this polyester lycra, which is still in it. And I think it actually sits nicer than this original one that I had made.
Just because of the texture,
The texture.
different fabric.
And this one here, I used bias tape because I didn't have enough fabric to make the faces.
Bias tape where? Around the neck?
Around the neck and on the armholes.
Oh, okay.
The armholes I did correctly. The neck I did not do correctly. I can see. And my sewing has improved so much since 2020.
The past few years.
Yeah.
But you did a nice job on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to shorten it because then I'll wear it more often.
That actually makes it look like it's pleated.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It gives that illusion.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No, it's not. Not at all. As you can see in this one, it's not at all. It's a very easy make, actually. This one, because the fabric is slippery, I was having difficulties at first with it not, by the time I got done sewing one seam, one fabric was larger than the other.
So, did you change your foot?
I did.
Okay.
I changed it to my AccuFeed, which is a walking foot.
A walking foot, yeah.
And then I had no problems.
Then it was fine.
But
It was all even.
The neckline, the neck facing, I had not done that. So I've got part of the facing that's not actually.
Oh, really? Because it didn't feed evenly.
It didn't feed evenly. So, yeah. So I was so glad when I finally thought, oh, what did I do when I used this fabric? Oh, yes. Yes, it's the walking foot. Yeah. Another thing I did is I tacked down the facings. They don't say to do that in the instructions.
Oh, they don't?
No, but I tacked it wherever there was the seams.
Yeah, that's some of them. Some patterns tell you to do that.
Yeah. Because otherwise it just pops up all the time. Yeah. Now in the reveal, you'll see the back facing, and you'll see I had my little tag that I put in it now.
Yeah. I tucked it in there.
For this remake, I cut 3 inches off because I remembered that the other one was too long.
Yeah.
So I cut 3 inches off the fabric before I hemmed it.
Okay.
So I didn't know how to shorten it. There's no lengthening or shortening.
Oh, because of the pattern itself.
Because it's so...
You've got all those different...
You got all these different panels and everything. So what I did is I went ahead and made it the full length. I measured 3 inches all the way around and cut that off.
Yeah, from the bottom. I've done that before with some hems, and it's just like, okay, how do I do this? Because it's kind of wonky. Well, you just take and you measure how much you want off from your raw edge up, and then you mark it, and then you cut it off.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah,
it takes a little time, but it does it correctly then.
Yeah. It's interesting. My husband likes my first one better, and I know it does show the nuances of the pattern better.
Excuse me.
It does show the nuances of the pattern better because with the stripe you can see the bias. I think.
Yeah.
I already mentioned that.
You did.
But yeah, it's a very nice pattern. I think it gives it this elastic gives it a Vogue feeling, I think.
That's what I liked it, but it is a simplicity.
It is simplicity, but it has a Vogue look.
Well, it has more details than sometimes you get with the simplicity.
The line drawing of... It includes the necklace, if you want to make that, but yeah, I'm not going to make the necklace. But even though I made this 4 years ago, I still love the dress. I love the pattern. It is a 2016 simplicity pattern. So you probably won't be able to find it in the drawers anymore.
Yeah, probably not. But
you'll find it other places. Sewing in Jen's room, I think that's what it's called. She's made this dress too. But she didn't put the elastic on the hem. She liked the hem. She said she kind of liked the hem undone. So that's another option that if you didn't want to do the elastic on the hem, I like the elastic on the hem. Yeah. Because it gives it a little fashion look to me. So would you like to see the reveal of the new make now?
I would, yes.
All right, let's look at it. very simple, easy dress.
Yeah, I do like it shorter length with you. Yeah, that's much nicer.
It's funny because you look at it on the model, and it's
so
supposed
short.
to be shorter.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so long.
And therefore, the importance of knowing how long you want your dresses to be, and then you can, if the hemline has so you can shorten it or lengthen it, you can do that without having to cut off the extra fabric.
Yeah,
You know.
I like that most of them say finished backlink from base of neck.
Yeah,
you know. So and I have it marked on. I have a pole in my sewing room in my basement that I have marked where my base of my neck is and where my knees are.
So you know how long.
So then I can see how long it's going to be past my knees.
And if you need to do any adjustments or not.
Yeah, I like that.
Very cool.
I didn't have that in 2020 when I first. Oh, so I have to just say this one thing. So we have a video release of this original one. It's April 2020 makes. And it's terrible, really.
It's not good.
It was our beginning of videotaping, and we were under COVID at the time, so we did it on Zoom and recorded it. And very interesting. We've come a long ways, I have to say. We've come a long ways. I mean, like, I just show
That's
it
a
and
good
say,
thing.
This is one of my makes. And say nothing about it.
Yep. Oh, well.
Yeah. So anyway, we've come a long ways.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, and our sewing has too. You know, although we've sewn, we were people who, you know, sewed as children. I mean, we learned how to sew when we were very young.
5 years old, we were at the machine.
Yeah.
Driving tractors, sewing machines.
Yeah, all that. And then, you know, as time went through and you got older, you got married. And of course, I sewed for my little one for a while. And then, you know, went to work, and then the sewing machine went into the dustbin, you know, it went into hiding. And then it had been a good long time before I had touched it again. And then we started sewing again. So pretty much the same.
So there's hope for you.
Yeah. If you haven't sewn in a long time, there's hope. I will say when I restarted and there was any hand sewing, oh, that was really hard because my fingers had not been used to doing any of that really delicate.
Now you're saying your age.
Yeah, well, and you know, your bones, you know, for those of us that have arthritis. You know, it gets stiff, but it's better and better.
You know what Dad used to say?
Yeah.
Art is the worst of those rightist boys.
Yeah, art is the worst of those rightist boys.
So tell us about your make.
Okay, well, I made Simplicity 89.
Both of us did Simplicity.
81. This dress right here is what I made. The one thing I did notice about this pattern this time, you see it has all these different views. Well, this comes in, there's a seam down the middle in the front and the back, and then you had your side seams.
Okay.
So you have 4 pieces.
Okay.
I mean, well, you 2 pieces that are cut on double.
Okay.
Fabric.
So you only have 2 pieces.
Yeah. But there's 2 more pieces for the longer version that has the different types. There's 2 different types of sleeves, if you'll see on there. And anyway, the pattern, there's just all these pieces.
Show it real close.
Yeah, show it real close. This pattern, it says it comes in, it has 8 pieces. But there's actually 2 dresses in here, so there's like 16 pieces in here. There's lots of pieces in here. So when you take it out, I don't have everything back in that one.
Oh.
It's going into a baggie with the rest of it, a plastic baggie, because I can't fit it all in there. Anyway, and I made this pattern originally, I don't know, it's been a long time. We were trying to figure out if I made it during COVID. I don't think so, or just before COVID. I'm not sure. But I made it out of linen because I wanted a linen dress. And the linen, I think, I got in a Fabricista fashion bundle. Fabric Mart fashion bundle. So anyway, I followed the pattern the first time, like I usually do. You know, with the top and the 12, and then when you get down past the bust line, I graduated it to a size 14. But I did not do, on the first one, it does call for a hook and a loop for a button to go around a button in the back because you just have like the keyhole opening in the back. So I just made the tie.
Okay.
Which I actually did a pretty good job at putting that in there. See that detail? So you really can't, you know, I think I did really nice. Super, super easy because there's no details to this. There's no darts anywhere. There's
just the pockets.
Just the pockets. And, you know, the sleeves are part of the front, the dress. So you didn't have any sleeves that you set in. And,
wow.
And then
it doesn't have any facing.
No facings at all. It does have around the neckline the bias tape is what they use, which I like the way they do that because once in a while they have you put in the bias tape in a different way, and I love the way they did this. So I need to remember the technique because I would like to use it. So anyway, and then you know you just hem. This one I serged all of the seams because it was linen. I serged on my first one. Everything, let me show you, was serged. So because it is a linen and they fray usually terribly. But this has been washed several times and you know, you don't iron, well at least I don't, because it's made to wear in the summertime and to be cool and whatever. It's just, I like it. It's easy wearing. And it had a belt. It has a belt, which you'll see in the reveal that you make, which is not hard to make. But one thing I did do that the pattern does not call for is I top stitched around the top and the bottom of the belt once it's together because I think it needed the extra structure to it. Yeah. So did you want to see what that looks like? The reveal from
Let's see the original reveal.
The original reveal.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think?
It's cute.
Cute? Yeah.
I liked it the first time. I like it the second time.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Easy make. Yeah.
So let's see what your new one, how it turned out.
You'll notice on my new one that I did do the correct, the closing on the neckline like they wanted with the button and the loop. I still have a terrible time making those tiny little loops. I did it with the needle coming through that short little thing, but it was a little hard to do that. You know, you sew it inside out, and then you leave long tails, and you put it in the thread, and then you thread it, and then you push the needle, you pull it through.
Did that work?
It did, but I thought if it was any longer, it could have been a challenge. It was like, and then on the belt, on the reveal, which is what I have on, this is made out of an entirely different fabric. The fabric I ordered specifically. I thought that was cute. She ordered hers and I ordered mine. I've had it for a while. I just ordered it because I loved the design of the fabric, the little delicate pattern, because it is a floral on a black background.
So we both made florals and we both made simplicities.
We did. And it has just a little bit. That's all the stretch you get out of it. Just a little bit, because it's like a rib. If you feel it, it feels like a rib.
Yeah, you can kind of see it when you're up close to it. You probably can't see it.
Yeah, you probably, well, let me see.
See if you can get close.
See if I can get close so you can see it. I don't know. Yeah, see, you can see it in there. See, it's just a little bit ribbed and not much of a stretch. So, I did notice that my neckline on this one, and I think because of the fabric, is a little looser than the neckline.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it is interesting how the different fabrics. Yeah,
but it came together really easily. I did not serge the seams on this. I didn't need to. It's just the knit. I just sewed them up, and I made this one the same with the 12 on the top. I followed the exact pattern that I did last time with the 14 from the hips down. I will say, when I went to sew up the side seams after I had the pockets on, for some reason I had one pocket, the front was up here and the back was down here, so I had to take one pocket off and readjust it and put it where it was supposed to be. How I did that, I do not know. I dropped my pattern. But that's the way I did it. And it does say, it gives you a wider range of fabric here, lightweight to medium weight fabrics. So, and then it gives a whole list of cottons down to even double knit, French terry, linen types, ponte. So, you know, a little teeny tiny bit of stretch is okay, teeny tiny bit, but nothing more than that. And as to the year of this, 2019 is when this came out.
I have that pattern, I'm pretty sure, at home. I've never made it, but you make me want to make it.
Well, you know what? I find, I don't think it looks all that flattering.
No,
on her.
I love this one with the pattern fabric.
Yeah, yeah. And I am just amazed at the difference between the fabrics that you use and the design on the fabric. How it can make or break the pattern. So this is much dressier and it's very comfortable. Super comfortable. You want to see the reveal and just chit chat?
Yes.
Away.
Let's look at the reveal.
I get a lot of wear out of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So spring's
I can
coming.
see why you wanted to make that one again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice one.
See, that was an interesting challenge for me because I've never made the same pattern twice.
I have a couple of them that I have, but I don't usually because of what we're doing now. I usually don't, but yeah.
I have so many patterns and I'm like, well, let's do something new. Let's do something different.
Yeah.
But it was fun to make this again.
And this was an easy sew. It actually 2 days I had this done.
Good.
I mean, I cut it out and sewed it up.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah. That's right. Well, I didn't get the button on until I had to find my button out of my button box. You know, I didn't even go buy my button, so had it in my button box.
Very good. Now, what we have is a viewer's makes.
Oh, cool. Oh, I love viewers makes.
Okay, so let's look at it.
Okay.
So our makes this week are from Susan. She was really inspired by our Victorian videos, and so she thought she'd send us some of her makes. Do you want to explain this first one that we see?
Well, the first one, Susan states, is a mashup. The bodice is from McCall's 8325. The sleeve head is McCall's 7838, and the runch sleeve cuff is McCall's 8146. She added 2 rows of ribbon to the sleeve ruffles and a crystal bead into each honeycomb intersection.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot there she did. It was a lot of fun to make and a lot of work. I made it for a sewing challenge and she did get a prize for it. She should.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
A lot of work. Very cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
This next one is a pink floral blouse. It's from New Look 6698. She made it for her 60th in 2023. She does not look like she's had her 60th.
No, she does not.
It's a TNT pattern for her.
A tried and true pattern.
Yeah. The front band is folded over a couple of times, so that makes it easy.
I love that kind of interfacing for the front band.
Yeah. The only slightly tricky part, she says, of the pattern is the collar with the collar stand. She piped the collar with bias binding.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. She said, I was very careful to cut the fabric so that the vertical stripes were symmetrical on every piece.
Yeah.
That's paying attention to detail.
It is, and you can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, the results were well worth that.
And then we see her with her tulle skirt on. She said she felt like a princess for a big day, but she did not make the tulle skirt. Just an FYI.
Gorgeous make. I love that top.
Yeah. What's next?
Oh, the next one is a solid pink blouse, and it's a Vogue.
Yes.
1704.
Yes, this is the one that I started, and I'm going to finish for our side zipper.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I love the fabric there. It says her fabric was from a charity shop.
Yay!
Way to go, Susan. Because her fabric is a stretch cotton, she was able to admit the side zipper. Yay, when you can admit something like that.
I know, yeah.
Instead of overcasting the front edge. I left the selvage edge as is because it was quite decorative. And I agree. I think that was a great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked great. She started the project by sewing the lantern sleeves first, as that was the most fun. I've only worn it once for Pink Shirt Day, which is Anti-Bullying Day. And the fabric has a lot of structure, so she can puff up those sleeves and they stay put to exaggerate the linebacker look. But I have seen it made in a less structured fabric, or she has seen it in a less structured fabric, and the sleeves are more subtle and cute. You definitely have to be confident to wear this piece. I agree with that, but it's adorable.
That's cool. I can hardly wait to get mine done.
Yeah.
Okay, this next one is a Berta 6262 with a modification of a lace insertion and pin tucks. Although she says you can't see the tucks clearly for the busy fabric.
And if I've...
Might be in the sleeves.
Yeah, I think it's in the sleeves there is what it looks like to me. Around about the elbow area, it looks like there's some pin tucks, either above it or below it. So.
Yeah, and she has an Instagram account. I'll put it up there. It's silk_n_vintage_etc. So I'll put that up there. And she mentions that she'd love to do a YouTube channel sometime, but or one day. But the technology right now is a little bit more difficult.
Yes, and that's why Dory does the technology. I provide other ideas, but she does all of the hard work of the editing and putting things together. So yeah, I am defeated by the technology also, Susan.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Susan, for sending that in.
Yes, thank you so much. We love seeing them, and I'm sure all our viewers did too. They're just gorgeous. Thank you.
Thank you. So that was fun. We so much enjoy having those viewers makes.
Yes, we enjoy them.
Thank you for sending it, Susan. And if you have a make, don't forget to send it to iso2@mei.net.
And we can share it with everyone so they can see what you made.
Don't forget our sayings for today. It's on a positive aspect. Your mind is like a parachute. Works best when it's open. And the most handicapped person in the world is a negative thinker. So let's just keep our thoughts positive despite anything else that might be going on in your world. Which I want to say something positive about my husband, because some of you have recognized that he's had surgery and he had an allergic reaction that was extremely painful for him. It actually tore some of his skin off him. He's doing really well. I don't have to spend so much time caring for him.
That's always a good thing.
and thus I was able to make my dress.
You could sew. Yay.
I could sew. Yeah, but he's doing much better. So thank you so much for watching. Did you have something else you wanted to add before we?
Did I say that I top stitched this one too?
I don't know.
But if I didn't, I top stitched this belt too because it needed it. So it needed that extra structure. Anyway.
Spring is on the way.
Yes. Actually, it's warm. It's pretty, it's
for Michigan.
For Michigan.
In February.
It's in the high 30s. We were actually 40s. Up to 50 yesterday. So, which makes me nervous because then everything wants to bud out and wants to grow, and we're still beginning. And we're still in winter.
You know, the groundhog saw his shadow. Or did not see his shadow. Whatever the result is, spring will be coming sooner rather than later.
You know, it's always either it's late and it's 6 weeks or it's early and it's 6 weeks. So I
just know what the groundhog said.
Okay.
Early spring.
You and the groundhog. Okay, we'll go with the early spring. That'll work.
That was a good movie, by the way. Have you seen it?
Oh, I love watching
Groundhog
that.
Day.
I used to watch it over and over just like it said on Groundhog Day. Yep. I enjoyed it. It was
movie many times.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. So if you haven't seen it, that's one way to recommend.
That's a good movie. It was fun.
Okay, so we'll don't forget to hit subscribe.
Like, forward to all your friends, and if you don't like us, forward us to your enemies. And what? Yes, it works. They might like us.
Leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time.
Happy sewing. Any suggestions? Let us know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put them in the box.
Bye.